Alright folks, welcome to another hilarious yet frustrating episode of Behind the Scenes at a UK phone shop. If you're here for some retail therapy, buckle up because today's story is going to take us on an emotional roller coaster. I'm your host, and if you love these tales as much as I do, hit that subscribe button down below so you don't miss out on any future antics. The sun had just started to peek over the horizon, casting its early rays onto the shop's glass front door. Outside, everything seemed calm and serene. Until 08050, that is. You know how it feels when you sense trouble brewing before it even starts. Well, as I stood outside my phone shop waiting for the doors to open, there was a woman pacing back and forth with an expression of pure irritation. She tapped her foot impatiently, huffing every few seconds. Uh-oh. Not good. When we finally opened at 9:30 a.m. sharp, this lady came stomping in like a hurricane making landfall. She marched straight up to me, eyes blazing and nostrils flaring. Without even giving me a chance to breathe, she spewed out her demands in one breathy sentence. I bought my phone 3 months ago and it doesn't work anymore. I want a refund. Now, as anyone who's worked retail knows, the first thing you do is put on your best smile and start explaining the company policy. After 30 days, we can send phones off for repair, but refunds? That's out of the question after that point. Don't argue with me, she screeched in my face, her voice trembling like a leaf caught in a storm. I took a deep breath, trying to keep calm and professional. Sure thing, I said, gesturing towards her phone. Can I take a look? She rolled her eyes but handed over the device reluctantly. As soon as it was in my hands, it became painfully clear what the issue really was. Her internal memory had been filled up with photos of her grandson and various family events. There wasn't even enough space to install a basic software update. I took another deep breath, trying not to laugh at how utterly ridiculous this situation was becoming. With all the charm I could muster, I explained to her that there wasn't actually anything wrong with her phone. All she needed to do was buy an SD card and transfer some of her photos over. No, she snapped back, shaking her head stubbornly. I want a refund. This went on for what felt like hours until I finally decided it was time to bring in reinforcements. I went upstairs to fetch my manager, but before we could even step into the fray, he burst out laughing along with me. We knew exactly what kind of customer she was. Our worst nightmare. But just because we were cracking jokes didn't mean we weren't serious about handling this situation properly, so my manager came back down with me to support me in explaining our policies once again. As we tried to convince her that sending her phone off for repair was the best solution, her demeanor only grew more hostile and threatening. She started talking about going to trading standards and quoting parts of the Consumer Rights Act like she was a lawyer or something. By now, I could feel my patience wearing thin. What would you do in this situation? Would you just give up? But no matter how much we tried to reason with her, she refused to budge from her demands for a full refund. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, she admitted defeat and said she wanted the phone repaired instead. So I sat her down and started taking some details. Why do you want my details? She asked skeptically, eyeing me warily. I could feel myself starting to crack under pressure here. But I took a deep breath and began typing in her name. Gil. She watched intently as the letters appeared on the screen, then suddenly interrupted me with a sharp correction. No, you stupid girl. It's spelled J-W-L. L. 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 I. L. I. L. L. She said slowly. The next question was about her surname. Let's see if you can spell this right, shall we? I replied sarcastically, sitting back in my chair. This woman had pushed me far enough already, and I couldn't take it anymore. With all the politeness I could muster, I said what needed to be said. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to serve you. She went bright red with fury, sputtering like a fish out of water as she tried to come up with more insults. But my manager stepped in calmly and told her it was time for her to leave. I'm taking this all the way to the top, she threatened, but we didn't back down. Feel free, I said coolly, but please leave. And so she did, stomping out of the shop like a child throwing a tantrum. As soon as the door closed behind her, my manager and I broke into laughter again, shaking our heads at how ridiculous this whole scenario was. So there you have it, another day in the life of retail. Sometimes customers can be more than a little challenging, but it's all part of the game, right? Well, until next time, keep your sense of humor handy. And that's it for today's tale from the front lines of customer service. Join us again soon for another exciting episode. If you've had any crazy experiences like this yourself, let us know in the comments below. Until then, stay strong and keep smiling through those tough moments. Retail can be full of unexpected adventures, but it's always good to end things on a lighter note. Thanks for joining me today. Hope you had as much fun reading this as I did writing it. Tune in next time for more tales from the retail trenches. Until then, take care and keep smiling through those challenging moments. Stay tuned for more stories like this one in future episodes. If you enjoyed hearing about my day at work, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of the fun coming up next. Thank you for reading along with me today. Until our next adventure together, see you soon. That's all for now. Thanks again and have a fantastic week. Keep smiling, retail warriors, until we meet again. Until next time, keep those laughs coming and stay positive through it all. Nady. Thanks for joining me today on another wild ride in the world of retail. Until our next episode, see you soon. Stay tuned for more hilarious adventures in retail land. Until then, take care and keep smiling through those tough moments. Nady. That's a wrap for now. Hope you enjoyed this little story as much as I did writing it. Thanks again for reading along with me today. Until next time, stay strong and keep that retail spirit alive. Inc. And there we have it. A day in the life of customer service at its most dramatic. Until our next adventure, see you soon. That's all from me for now. Hope you had as much fun reading this as I did writing it. Thanks again and see you soon. Stay tuned for more retail adventures coming your way. Until then, keep smiling through those tough moments and cherish the laughter when it comes. Mark, thank you for joining me today on another journey into the world of customer service. Until our next episode, see you soon. That's all from me for now. Hope to see you back here soon for more tales from the retail trenches. Until then, take care and keep smiling through it all. And that's a wrap for today's adventure in retail land. Until next time, stay positive and keep those laughs coming. Summony. Thank you for joining me today on another wild ride in customer service. Until